Welcome back to DIYnanny channel. Today I'm making some extra play food for our play kitchen. I know we got a lot, but I have some new ideas and also I got some requests. But before we begin, if you're new here, welcome. I'm the DIYnanny and I share DIY crafts and little hack I create in the playroom. You can check out the rest of my videos and if you like it, please subscribe. Now let's begin. The first thing I'm gonna try is making a challah. Now this one is one that I wanted to try for a very long time. I made breads before. I have a baguette and pretzels and stuff like that, but we do make challah almost every Friday with the kids, and I thought it would be cool if they can have it in the play kitchen as well. Now I already got the felt for it. This is gonna be the base and this is gonna be kind of the top, the crispy top. And I'm also gonna add some sesame seeds with fabric paint. And I want it to look beautiful and braided, but I also want them to be able to play with it and braid it themselves, because this is what we do when we actually bake actual challah. So I was thinking I'm gonna make 3 tubes that already have like the brown part on top and the sesame seed and everything, connect them on one end together, and then maybe use Velcro for the bottom for them to be able to braid it again and again while they're playing. So I sewed it in the machine, flipped it and filled it up, and now I'm gonna close it here in the middle. What's good about that is that I'm gonna cover the stitch with the other brown piece, so I don't need to make a nice stitch. It doesn't have to look good, it doesn't have to be hidden like I usually do when I close things that I make in the machine. So that part is fun. And after I'll finish stitching all 3 of them, I'm gonna cut the top part, glue it, and then sew them together in the corner. I'm gonna try and braid it a little bit, so I'll figure out where to put the Velcro. I don't want to do it too tight. I think that's okay because I want the kids to be able to do it. So I'm gonna put some hot glue for the Velcro, and I think I'm gonna sew it around as well. so it'll hold better. I'm gonna cut it around so it'll be nice, but for now, this is the one. If this goes in and those on top, then you can close it. Sorry. Let's put some sesame seeds. Moving on to my second project today. This is something that I already started. Back when I hacked our supermarket, it was one of my first projects, I created some pasta in pasta jars in different shapes, and we played with that for a little bit, and then I thought maybe I'll make some meatballs to have like pasta with meatballs. And I did started it. I crochet this cute meatballs. It's kind of like I put together red and brown thread to do that. And then I ran out of red embroidery thread. So I stopped. Then I got and bought it, and I kind of like started doing other things. So I did not finish, but I managed to make 3 of them. And basically I put them in the kitchen already. I was like, yeah, I'll continue it sometime, but we can play with that. And it's like the saddest box ever. It just sitting there with 3 meatballs. And I thought it's about time to finish it. So I'm gonna show you how I make these crochet meatballs. And I'm gonna take some red felt after I'm done and cut it in like just different shapes. I'm gonna cut it by hand. I don't think I'm gonna add any detailing on it. I want it to be kind of the red sauce for the meatballs. So let's do that. So to make the meatball, I put together brown and red thread, and I'm just making a circle. I don't have a pattern or anything. I kind of double stitch for now. So it'll be flat, and then when I think it's the right size, I try to go down from the double stitch slowly. They don't come out perfect. They don't come out the same size, and that's okay. It's meatballs. It doesn't supposed to be. It's like a very small thing, so I don't think I need a pattern for that. Also, I'm just making it for our use at home, so I'll be making about either 6 or 7 of them. I'm not sure, maybe 8. So I don't feel like I need to make a plan for it. I'll just keep going and then fill it a little bit, and then we'll have a meatball. My last project is a bit different. We have this play pizza in our play kitchen. I think it's by Melissa and Doug, I'm not sure. It's missing a piece, but we're playing with that a lot. And it sits on this green tray. And we used to have it in the oven at all times and just pull it out every time we want to put cookies in or play with it, until we got this box in the mail. I can't remember what was delivered in it, but it looks like a small pizza box. So I took it to the playroom, we put the pizza inside and we play with the box, and I was thinking I can add a cute pizza logo on top. I think I'm gonna just design something in Design Space and kind of use vinyl and layer it. I looked at some logos, I kind of have an idea, so I'm gonna go and design it, cut it, and this will be it for this video. So I measured the box and added a square in the same size, and I'm gonna start with a big green circle to be the background. I picked green because our pizza tray is green, so I thought it's cool, and then I added a white around the circle to kind of frame it. This pizza image is from Design Space, and I make sure it's the right size. Then I duplicate it and hide all the contour of one of them to be the bottom layer. To finish up, I want to put the word pizza. I created this rectangle to be the background, but then I remember I can use the offset bottom to make bubbles, so I changed that eventually. As usual, I tried all the fonts until I basically landed on one of the first one I tried, which is one of my favorite anyway.